All right, everybody. Welcome to a gratitude edition of Leader Chat. I am your host, Bryce Mahoney. I am at my favorite place on earth, Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. And I just wanted to take this Leader Chat, the first one in November, the month of gratitude, to come together with anybody that has the time now, or whenever you see this video, to start with expressing our gratitude for things, and then looking into the future, not only this week, this month, this year, but next year. So there's a lot of turmoil going on right now with the election and everything like that. So let's just express some gratitude right now. So it doesn't matter where you are. You can be still in your office at your desk. If you just want to minimize me and just listen, that's all you have to do. If you want to participate in the yoga, I'm going to do very basic sun salutation, A and B. Backstory about that: I used to teach yoga at a Gold's Gym a long time ago. Stuck with me. I was an RYT 250 certified coach, or teacher, but it lapsed, and by no means did I ever consider myself a yoga instructor. But these routines through jiu-jitsu and practicing under some other amazing people are pretty basic. You can find any of this on YouTube, but I recommend getting into a yoga studio. Maybe your climbing gym has a yoga program just like mine does. And you can go and take classes for them, or the the YMCA is also another good resource for yoga classes. So, like I said, you can do this from anywhere, but if you have a chance to join me in a peaceful, seated space to start with, please go ahead and do that. We are going to tuck our feet in as much as possible. Yeah, I don't expect everybody to be as flexible as I am. Thank you, many, many years of jiu-jitsu. But I just want you to get into some form of comfortable seated position. That can be at your seat, at your desk. You can be sitting on your floor, wherever you are. As you can see, I'm on my yoga mat in the yard outside of Jomiyoki Campground, outside my place up here. So I am in a very nice and peaceful place. And we're really going to start by focusing on the breath. There's many words, there's many explanations for breath. The one I'm most common with is called Ujjayi breathing, which means breath of fire or breath of within. And that's how we energize. That's how we heat up the body to get ready to warm up and to get things going. That's why you do yoga. You do yoga to stretch, but also start getting fluids and getting different things moving in the body. So wherever you are at this point, just start to be conscious, become aware of how you're breathing right now. Is it elevated or is it very shallow? If either one, bring it to the center. You want to maximize your inhale and your exhale as much as you possibly can. You can make it as audible or as silent as you want. This is an experience that is entirely unique to you right now, unless you're sitting with somebody and they have to listen to this. And in that case, be mindful of your surroundings as well, because that's also important. I usually use my Ujjayi breathing, which sounds a lot like you're trying to fog up a mirror as I'm breathing in and out, but I keep my mouth closed. So I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out while still maintaining and kind of pushing that air against the back of my throat. This helps to start to use the breath in a very warming sense through my organs. And that's very important in yoga. Ask a real yogi the true importance of that. But take this opportunity to start getting into your breath and into your mind, starting to calm down. If you are at work, if you can put a pause on things, great. If you can consciously take your phone and put it on do not disturb for the next 45 minutes to really give yourself the time to get into this practice, awesome. You can hear the nature sounds going on around me and the guy hunting on the land next to us. But make this your experience. And we're going to start talking about gratitude as we focus in here. I want you to focus on what you have to be grateful for in your life. We're going to start with surroundings. What around you is something that you have to be grateful for? Your home, your friends, your family, your cars, your jobs, your existence, your habits, your anything. Focus in continuing to use that breath, fully maximizing, always being intentional about the breath. Inhale, even focusing on feeling it with the belly. Look at this. I have a very needy dog right now. This is Cindy, everybody, anyways, by the way. She's just going to sit here for a minute. See, I'm just grateful for this dog. This is my surrounding at the moment. So, check your surroundings. And then from there, lean on that gratitude and focus on memories in your life. Memories from this year, whether they're good or they're bad, memories from past years. A lot of us veterans, we spend a lot of time talking about memories, and Veterans Day is coming up very soon. And, we need to really focus on what memories we're really, truly trying to bring back into our heads. Remember, keep using that breath. Especially the inhale. The inhale is one of the most important, the exhale. The exhale is one of the most important tools that we can use to help change our emotional state. Cindy, come on. You need to lay down if you're going to be here being a camera hog. Lay down. Lay down. And using that exhalation is so important because it allows us, you can actually feel when you exhale, you can feel it start to relax you. So really focus in on allowing that exhalation of breath to truly calm you down in the moment. It doesn't matter what you're going through in the long term. This is a conscious effort to try to help you for this moment, for this next 45 minutes or however long that you can, to be conscious of where you are right now, to hopefully open a window to help you interrupt, restructure, and reprogram thoughts or habits that might not be working for you. Yeah, right now. As you continue to focus on those memories, dive deeper into those memories. Think of the people you are grateful for that you still have in your life. And unfortunately, think about the people that you've lost, whether it's this year or years past, family members, friends, whether they've died or they've moved away or they've lost touch. Somebody doesn't have to leave this earth to disconnect from ourselves. And in the military, and I experienced that even to this day. I'm sure people think just because I'm as outgoing as I am, I have tons of friends and lots of people that I connect with, but it's unfortunately hard, but partly fault because I'm very mobile, and a lot of people go through that. And so be thankful let's think of the gratitude for the people that are in our lives now. And what can we do to show that gratitude? There's a sidebar. We always think, we're always posting, we're always doing different things, international days, but what are we truly doing intentionally to connect with the people right proximal to us that do so much for our lives? How are we thanking them? Thank you. Lay down. Thank you. And now I want you to start thinking about grateful for what is to come. It is a very, very tense time right now. It is, all of it's up in the air. Two sides, whatever the side you're on, things are going crazy. And we need to take a moment to really think about what's to come. We have so much to look forward to. We have so much to be grateful for as a human race, as a country, and no matter the outcome, whenever this thing gets decided. Cindy, go lay down. Go lay down. Thank you. Whenever it gets decided, it'll be what it is, just like last year, and we'll continue to move on. And I think America is one of the greatest countries in the world, and we have a lot to learn. And but we have an opportunity to really think about what's to come positively. So I want you to think about what is to come. To me, a great winter season of climbing in North Carolina is coming, and I can't be happier. I've found so many cool people out there to climb with, to teach me, to be mentors, that I am just super stoked about this coming climbing season and the spring coming up. We've got a lot of really cool things planned here for the next year at the campground, and I couldn't be happier, regardless of what happens or what's decided in the next couple of days. That to me is 100% happiness right there. This is the time where, for us as GallantFew, it's our fundraising. It's the end of the year and into what was Run Ranger Run is now Patriot Challenge. Nice plug right there. that's a huge time for me, not only just because it's a really important part of my job, but I live and breathe doing it because I believe in Run Ranger Run, and I believe in the same message through Patriot Challenge. And it's a way that we've figured out how to get so many people involved, not only for us, but just to really help out smaller organizations and movements out there. It's just become a really awesome team effort. And I love being a team player, and that is the best kind of thing. So like, this is what's to come for me is amazing. So, uh, just as a recap, taking this moment right now to focus on gratitude of your surroundings, gratitude of memories, gratitude of people in your life now and in the past, and who might come in your life soon. You may be having somebody come in your life in the next 9 months out there. How grateful for you are you for them? Um, Thankful for things to come. Okay. I want everybody, whatever you're doing at this moment, now we're just going to kind of bring our minds back to center, and this is where we're going to really focus in on a few parts of the yoga section. But this is also an opportunity. We're not just going to do yoga. We're going to work through some other questions, and this is where we really start to identify um, things going on in our lives. You can take this opportunity by asking yourself the questions that I'll ask during these next uh, couple of minutes, and I hope that you're as honest with yourself as you can be. Um, I encourage everybody to write down the answers to the next questions that I'm about to ask. And again, we're going to be doing some yoga. You don't have to do it with us, but if you'd like to participate, you don't need to have a fancy mat. You don't even need to have tight yoga pants and anything. You can do it in tennis shoes. I'm going to show a kneeling variation to the standing positions that we're going to do. So there's really no excuse that we're going to do it. All right. So let's take a deep breath in to bring ourselves back and let it out and come to standing. All right. You're going to join in this again too, Cindy. Thanks. Okay. So we're going to start with our big toes together, which you can't see because Cindy's in front of me. Our heel is behind us. Our heels are about 1 inch, 2 inch apart. You can be also shoulder width apart if bringing your legs together is a little bit too difficult. You can have them shoulder width apart. At this point, it really doesn't matter. Right now, we're just trying to be grateful for being in this standing posture. And again, this is all focused around gratitude. Today is all about being grateful for where we are. So I'd like to start by saying I am grateful for even being able to stand up in this beautiful weather right now and have this dog at my feet. So take the time to just be standing there, focus in. You can close your eyes, you can keep them open. Totally up to you. You can point palms forward. You can have them laying comfortably to your side. But focus in, pulling the spine into the chest and the stomach. Taking the saucer of the hips, instead of tilting forward, you're tilting them backwards. The crown of the skull pulling away from the head. Standing in that posture, really lengthening the body, grounding into the feet. You should feel all the corners of your feet right now. Standing in this very powerful posture. The shoulders are melted away from the ears. Relaxed. Tucked back even, if you can think of it. It doesn't matter. Remember, it doesn't matter where you are. This is your practice. This is your time to be grateful and be doing whatever you are. Hey to all the people that have minimized me right now and are just sitting at their desk listening to this. I hope you're still there with us. Remember to keep that breath going. Inhale. Exhale. This time I want you to inhale, bring your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring them just down to the side, down to your sides. We're going to do this 5 times, every sequence. 1, up, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, arms down. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe in, arms down. Now we're going to switch it up. As we breathe in, up. Exhale, we're going to bend right down over top of Cindy. And if you don't have a dog in front of you, you can just hang right here. The idea is just hanging in that forward fold. You can be supported on a chair in front of you. You can have a dog to support you. But the idea is to just try to fold over forwards. Should feel a slight tug in the back of your legs. Keep your breathing. As you exhale, you get deeper. Put your hands on your shins. Here we go. Thanks. Hands on the shins. Breathe in, look forward. Exhale, put your hands to the ground, and then walk yourself back down to a plank. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Untucking the toes. Using this time as you breathe in to feel the belly contract against or press against the floor, feeling your stomach rise, feeling the dog try to nudge me. Feel as you take a breath to rise up and lower down. Rise up, inhale, exhale, almost like filling a bag. The neediest dog in the world. This time I want you to take a deep breath in, look forward if you can, and then as you exhale, you're going to retuck your toes and then wiggle yourself back up through that plank, and then focus your look back to your toes. This is downward facing dog. If you don't know what downward facing dog is, I can't help you, but this is it. YouTube it. Here you can be pedaling the back legs, trying to wake them up if they're not woken up already. Don't worry about your heels touching the ground. You can be bent at the knees. Take the breath in, look forward, bring both feet back to that forward bend. Hands back to the shins. Breathe in, look forward. How's everybody doing? Couldn't tell me. Let's see. Hi, Kim. Hope you're still with us. All right. So now we're going to breathe in again, raising up, and then exhaling, put the hands back down on the ground, back to plank. Inhale one more time. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, look forward if you can. Try not to use my hands. Exhale, push yourself back up and back to down dog. This time we're going to use, instead of bringing both of our feet forward, we're going to move into the first warrior posture, warrior one. Doing it in a kneeling version to make it easier. So as you take a deep breath in and exhale, you look forward. Bring right or left foot as close as you can to your hands, and then taking your left knee and dropping it to the ground. This is a safe posture. You can untuck the toes, keep the toes tucked if you'd like. But as you can see, my knees are spaced apart from each other. Yogis out there, you know warrior one. You can turn back foot is perpendicular to the forward foot, knee is above the elbow. Warrior one, standing posture. For everybody, we're going to keep our hips forward, toes are pointed forward, knees are spaced shoulder width apart. Warrior one posture. Hands can be on the hips, hands can be in the air. Warrior one. We're going to take all of that gratitude, all of that energy that we just scooped up, and we're going to ask ourselves our first question. What are you most excited about for next year? You know, we talked about our gratitude for things to come, but what are we truly most excited about? using this posture, this strong posture. Hands to the sky. Scoop all of that gratitude in. You've got a notebook. If you've got something to write down, what are you most excited about next year? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands back down to the sides. Right foot comes back to left into plank. You can hold it here. You can go through a full vinyasa, which is exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling through to down dog. Deep breath in. Now exhale, bring your left foot. We're going to do the other side. Can't forget the other side. So again, knee drops down. Knees are parallel apart. Knee is behind the ankle. Dog is in front again. Again, warrior one. Veer, Abhadrasana. A. Hands are up to the sky or down to the sides. Remember, asking yourself that question again. What are you most excited about? What do we have to look forward to? Is it holiday seasons? Is it Thanksgiving coming up? Are you going somewhere special for Thanksgiving? Are you going somewhere special for Christmas or the time before Christmas? Are you going to Disney in the beginning of December? Apparently that's when everybody goes to Disney in December. I know Zach is. Zach's going to Disney and he is stoked about it. So I think that's pretty cool. Oh, how we missed yoga classes. Yes, haven't we? I don't know why I haven't thought of this before. I need to get Mike on board too, because we have actual yogis in our pocket as well, or in our back pocket as well. So, yes, what are you most thankful for? Remember that. Let's use that. We're going to go through this warrior one posture sequence 5 times. So use that energy to really focus in on what you are most excited about. Cindy, you're going to have to go again because I'm going to have to use this. Oh, you're just going to be right there. Okay, I can do that. All right. So now we're going to come out, hands back down to the ground. Exhale to plank, over the dog. Exhale back down. Inhale up, cobra, upward facing dog. Lay down. Upward facing dog. And back to downward facing dog. Taking a breath in. Exhale, right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, up. Go watch Octonauts. Exhale, back down. Inhale up to plank. Exhale down. You got a dog in front of you. She is relentless. She's like a child. She really is. Really like a child. Still working through that. If you're just joining us, we're really focusing on the question, what are we most excited about in the coming months, in the coming years? What, Jax? Okay. I'll be right there. Watch Cindy real quick. Sometimes you got kids and dogs to deal with. All right, so we're back here. Plank. We're going to continue through our first warrior posture. Knee down. Coming up. Relentless. Relentless. Back to plank. We're going to speed it up. Back to down dog. Exhale, bringing the opposite forward. Knee down. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. What are we most excited about? Inhale. Exhale. Dropping down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Up. And back to downward facing dog. This time taking a breath in and looking forward and stepping both feet, coming all the way to standing. Harnessing that energy again. Rising up. As we swoop our arms up, we just grab the rest of the remaining gratitude that we've accumulated, pulling it down to heart center. Stopping to focus in on all of the energy that we just created. I can hear subconsciouses saying that this is silly. I can hear people saying that it doesn't work, that the mindsets, different mindsets, positive gratitude thinking changes your thoughts. It changes your habits. It changes how you perceive the world. It works. But not without letting the hands come down to the sides, not without first identifying both sides of the coin. And as we move into Warrior 2, I ask you, this is the most important question of all. Because it's easy to talk about what we're excited about. It's always easy to talk about what's fun in our lives. So our next question as we move into our strongest warrior posture, our most defensive, I ask you, what are you most afraid of? What are you most afraid of? So let's begin. Begin with an open breath. Hands to the sky. Exhale, going down to the earth. Inhale on the shins, looking forward. Exhale, hands to the ground, back to plank. Lower down. Inhale. By this time, you should be able to rise up a little higher, pulling down at the lower abs for cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, taking 1 foot forward. Dropping the knee. Now turning the leg. You see, now I've turned the leg to give myself a stable base. Okay, so I'm going to go from here to standing. I think it's easier just to go ahead while you're supported with both hands. 3 points of contact. Coming through our Warrior 1. Gaining the strength and moving into Warrior 2. Hands parallel to the ground. Front knee is behind front ankle. Stacked above rear knee. You can put some towels or blankets or things on your knee if it's not comfortable. Yogis will be on their feet, outside of your foot, pushed into the side. This is where we stand in defense. We think about the things that we are afraid of. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of in this election? What are you afraid of in this holiday, in this pandemic, in your marriage, in your families, in your jobs? What are you most afraid of? And are you willing to write down those fears? Are you willing to speak those fears consciously in your mind. If you're not, that's okay. You're not ready. I wasn't for a long time. I still am not in certain places, but you get there sometimes in increments, small little tiny battles. Breath back in, forward. Exhale back down to the ground. Inhale back to plank. Take a full vinyasa or exhale straight back to down dog. Downward facing dog is considered a rest posture. If this is too much for you, you can also go to child's pose, where your knees are as far as out to the sides, your toes are touching in the back, and you're sinking down into your hips. Arms can be forward, they can be tucked. You can be sitting up, or you can just be sitting there. Totally up to you. All on you. Time to take a breath in, breath out. This time, if you did your left foot forward before, do your right foot. Oh, I need to switch. There we go. Again, turning the back leg for stability. Coming up, mountain one. Breathe. Harness the energy. Exhale, warrior two. What are you afraid of? Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. Full breaths if you can. Breathing in through the nostrils, blowing out through the mouth. Taking a breath in, coming back to mountain one. Harnessing that strength again. Exhale back down. Change the foot. Inhale back to plank. Take your vinyasa all the way down, or exhale down dog. Now we're just going to take it through and really focus in on our fears. I hope that you've identified something. Come back from wherever you are. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bringing the left foot forward first. Dropping the knee, turning the leg. Inhale up. Exhale out. Face that fear. Inhale back. Exhale back down. Inhale. Exhale. Deep breath. Next foot. Exhale. Down. Twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. What are you most afraid of? I hope there are a few of you out there enjoying this video now. If not, we'll be on YouTube. We'll be on our Facebook. It'll be out there in the intrawebs for you to grab, just like most other tools are. We just have to consciously go and use them. Taking a breath in. Inhale. Right foot forward. Left foot down. Left knee down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time, come down to your knees. Drop to the knees. Bring your heels together behind you. Push them together if you can, and sit directly on them. Kind of like this. can. You can keep your toes tucked. Go ahead. I'm not freakishly flexible in my toes like that right now. Key is spine is up straight. Arms are down to the sides. Focusing in on those two questions right now. What am I excited about? And what am I most afraid of? Taking the time, using the breath. Using our newfound energy, our newfound strength to focus in on our excitements and our fears. Only you, in here. Visualize it. What does your happiness look like? Does it have a face? Does it have a smell? Does it have a sight? If it does, rub them out. Make them colorless. Make them motionless. Make them silent. What does your happiness look like? Is it in color? If it's not, make it in the most beautiful, vibrant colors you can. Can you visualize yourself getting to the happiness, getting to the excitement? What is exciting? What is exciting about that journey? That's important. We always go point A, point B, but we always forget to think of down the middle. What does that journey look like to you at the moment? What does that journey? All right, let's come back up to standing. Move through our third and final piece of the yoga puzzle. Taking a deep breath all the way at standing. Hands down to heart center. Starting here. Breath in. Breath out. Hands come down to the sides. Standing in. Very tall. Neck is pulling away from the shoulders. Shoulders are melting down away from the ears. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold down. Hands to the shin. Inhale. Exhale, back down into our posture. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale back to plank, downward facing dog. Take left foot forward, right knee down, twisting the foot for stability. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Now we're going to sweep our hand above us and twist. As we begin to twist. Extended side angle posture, you can bring your hand above you. You can keep your hand on your hip. Take your arm that's on the bent leg side and rest it on that leg for stability. But we're turning towards the side. I just so happen to be staring into the direct sunlight at the moment. But wherever you are, this is a twisting posture. Twisting is important once we've started to warm the body up because it allows the fluids in our body to start moving and to start wringing out of our organs. Something that started to really provoke my mind was a talk by Kirk Weisler 2 years ago at Vet Expo, as he talked about water, the hidden wonders of water, and how the molecular structure of water can be changed based on how we talk and how we think. And just think of what our body is made up and the fluids that run through it and what they're primarily made of. And think of how we talk and the acidity that passes through our body. Twisting postures in yoga help us move these fluids around. Taking a breath in, exhale, coming back up. Inhale back to mountain. Exhale back down. Twisting the foot. Coming back to plank. Moving straight into the right foot forward. Left knee down. Turn the leg for base. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, extended side angle. We're trying to keep our body as straight as possible and not accordion down to one side. That's why. Important to always have a base here. Seasoned Veteran yogis out there tend to put their arm down. I used to do this a lot. And then I'd get way over here, but I realized I was compacting my inner side over here. So it wasn't really doing me any benefit. So as I sought to lengthen my spine away from me and focus on twisting, this posture became more beneficial to me. Always learning. As we start to move into this process of wringing the body out, I ask you your final question. What do you expect? What do you expect from yourself? Inhale back, warrior two. Exhale. Inhale back to warrior one. Exhale down. What do you expect? If you're in the military and you're close to getting out, what do you expect? If you're just coming in the military, come back to plank. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down, dog. Holding it here. What do you expect? And what do you expect of yourself? And are you aware of it? What do you expect of those around you? Are they aware of it? What do you expect of your government, your job? We focused on what we're excited about, what we're afraid of. I want you to focus on what do you expect? What do you expect? Taking a breath in. Inhale, looking forward, right foot forward. Left knee down, twist, inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale back. Exhale down. Back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, left foot forward. Right knee down, twisting. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Moving through. Moving a little faster now. We've warmed up. Inhale. Warrior one. Exhale. Warrior two. Inhale. Siding. Warrior three. Two. One. Exhale. Inhale. Much faster. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Again. Right. Left knee down. Inhale. Exhale. What do you expect? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This question should be leering in your mind. Inhale. Moving at your breath. Our final one. Right foot forward. Arms to the sky. Arms outstretched. Defense. Sliding. Reaching. Feeling the stretch in the side of the body. Rewinding the posture. We made it through. If you stayed with me through that whole sequence, end up here in downward facing dog. Gather your breath. Take one deep breath in. Looking between the hands, you can either walk it or you can hop back to where we originally started. I hope some of you were able to go through that with me. It's been a long time since I've actually practiced or gone through an entire yoga session like that where I wasn't following somebody else, so that felt really good. So I appreciate anybody else out there that was able to practice with me at that moment. But we're not done yet. We're certainly not done yet. So if you've been listening in the background, I hope thanks for holding on. But we're going to rein it all back in. We started the session with focusing in our gratitude, and that's important because that allows us to be happy and really bring in positive energy and positive thoughts to ourselves. Wow. And then we started asking ourselves some thought-provoking questions. What are we most excited about? And what are we afraid of? What do we expect of ourselves, of our jobs, of other people, of anything that we'd really like to ask that question? And now, all of it. As we sit back here, as we get back into a comfortable position, as you bring yourself back to this practice, if you left us, and you really want to kind of circle back to it, I want to ask you one simple question. How is that working for you? How is any of it working for you? Because if it's working for you, then I don't think I have anything for you, or at least at this moment in my life. It sounds like tip top for you, and I commend you, and I'm grateful to hear that you have the confidence to say that, and that may be true. But if you do, in your heart of heart, if you have the idea that something isn't working for you, if you have the idea that you need to interrupt, you need to restructure, you need to reprogram something, then I implore you to continue to listen in this short little kind of exercise that we're going to go through. We'll give you kind of a very small basis of what we at GallantFew like to focus on: functional emotional fitness coaching. And this is something that you can do with myself, you can do it with Carl, a few other people. We can set up custom times, and it is totally free to veterans and active duty service personnel. Just get in touch with us. I'd be happy to go through it with you. You do have to do some preliminary kind of sign up stuff, but it's very easy, and it is a tool that I use to this day personally, and honestly, unconsciously, subconsciously now. It's just become ingrained in my head and in my way of life that I don't really know how to kind of process things any elsewhere. So thanks to Carl, one of my favorite internal questions is to ask, how's that working for me? And when I get that it's not, I move into what do I need to do? What are my absolute musts? What do I got to change? What do I need to interrupt, reprogram, and restructure? So I want to ask you, I want you to take this time, think about the information and the thoughts that came up before as you move through the yoga practice, if you did that with me, or if you were just sitting there listening at work or listening at home in the background. I hope if you've engaged with it, you're still moving forward, moving through it. And I want you to think about an objective in your life that you absolutely must do something with to interrupt, change, restructure, and we're going to use that as an example, or I want you to use that as your example. I'm going to use I have a health kind of example. I am going to be getting a pacemaker in probably March of next year. Over the last couple of years, have been diagnosed with cardiac sarcoidosis, and it started affecting my central nervous system and my lungs, and now it's affected my heart. So I have to get a pacemaker, which is weird to a 39-year-old. But, from listening to the doctors and the electrophysiologist, that was her name. I'm actually surprised that I got that. I started to realize, okay, yeah, maybe this is a pretty cool idea. Or this is a good idea because just what goes with cardiac sarcoidosis and my physical fitness level and everything like that. I am very aware, when I go through my the questions that I just asked. What am I most excited about? I'm excited about having that security with the pacemaker before not having it. I'm definitely running the risk with having a heart condition or heart problem, heart issue. So I'm excited to kind of use technology and these things to have a pacemaker and a defibrillator too, because that's the other important part. Um, so having that, being excited about that is I'm awesome. But what am I most afraid of? Obviously, dying, getting it done. I'm afraid of all of the limitations. Quite frankly, I'm afraid of all of the limitations that I could potentially present itself of having the pacemaker than I am of actually dying or of something happening to me because I'm getting the pacemaker, which is completely backwards. I know, but I'm sure anybody that's had one or anything like limiting surgery, you probably understand and have those particular types of fears. So that starts as my what do I need to do, and obviously that's a battle in its own to kind of come to terms with getting that. But that's not the more important issue because I'm getting it regardless, because it's not about me, it's about my wife, it's about my kids, it's about the existence. It's that like it moves past, hey, this is and I'll take it as it comes. And I know that um, I will recover and I will adapt just like I have before of anything else with this too. What I truly need to do, my absolute must, is I need to prepare now to get ready to shorten that recovery time down as much as I possibly can. And the better shape I'm in, the quicker that time will be. And most of that is around eating. Hi, my name's Bryce. I eat like crap, and I eat like crap at night. So what is my? I absolutely must learn to eat better, and so I go through my why. Why do I need to eat better? I mean, obviously, I'm going to feel better. I'm going to prepare myself. It's truly what I'm really looking for is I'm going to prepare myself better for that time when I get that pacemaker and I'm slung up in a sling like this and I'm going crazy because I can't climb. I can basically wave one hand at the moment. So they're saying 6 weeks in a sling. I'm not trying to shortchange it, but I'm also not trying to go any longer than that. So my absolute must part of that is why do I need to do it is because it helps me with that. What are the things I need to do? That's a that's a video for itself. Eating right and clean. That's a very tough effort. It's a team effort. And something that I'm working on of really trying to start to do better. And hey, this is a perfect opportunity. I don't do these things just for other people all the time. This is also something that I benefit in as well, going through these kind of things. And that's the beauty of this particular type of coaching, because as I go through it with people, I'm really sharpening my tools and going through re-evaluating certain parts and things in my life that I've gone through in this particular part as well. Um, Another part of the exercise, continuing on, just to kind of help you with that, looking at eating better and the benefits of eating better. That's kind of something we do as part of identifying a habit over in my overall absolute must. I absolutely must prepare better or prepare the best I can for this pacemaker. And one of those habits is eating bad. And if I eat better, one of the benefits of doing that is, obviously gut health, different things is going to play a role in there, but sleep, all of the different things that correlate to having a good diet. Um, those are the benefits. So those add to my daily questions of what do I need to do to prepare myself for this pacemaker. That being the overall question. If you've ever talked to me or Carl, you've probably heard us say that particular type of question. What do you need to do? What do I need to do? It's a very powerful question to ask yourself. So I would use it. What do I need to do to ensure that I'm going to start eating better? And remember that that's so important. I'm going to get the food out of my house and start to meal prep. I'm going to follow James. I'm going to follow Boomer from Toro and start to meal prep better. There's little habits that people like me and a lot of us out there, we know, but just really don't do them all the time. I'm just going to really start to sharpen the pencil and get back to it. And this is step one of telling everybody, I'm trying to hold myself accountable to start doing that because it is important to do. And I look at that. I think of using food, eating better to work out better or to feel better, to prepare myself for the surgery. And I can actually visualize myself doing that. I love to cook. And even just starting with cooking your own food, which we do a lot anyways, so I don't really eat out that much. Just the health benefits alone in cooking for yourself are there. So visualization is really important. Can you visualize yourself completing your objectives, or what does it look like in the process of completing your objectives? Because that might uncover some difficult and uncomfortable situations or things that you need to address, because sometimes we tend to look at the finish line before actually evaluating the race course too, and taking each obstacle by itself is also important. And this is where that kind of the subconscious restructuring and the interruption process starts to come down to a linear level, because as you start to visualize, just eating better, it's not just, oh, I'm just going to eat better. As I start to, what does eating better look like? Now I'm visualizing, I'm getting rid of all the bad stuff that I know is right inside that door. And that's tough. The subconscious, that's when things start to come in like, hey, you're wasting food. Those things are so good. Sugar, it has such a strong hold on us that we have, we got to break it. And we do that by this continual training, or at least some form of mantra or daily routine that helps break that subconscious process. Because sooner or later, if I don't have that food, then my brain and subconscious isn't going to really remember it. So I know that was a whole lot at the end there, but just wanted to give you guys a short ending to what is available to you through GallantFew. If you are interested in functional emotional fitness coaching, like we said, we can schedule sessions with you. We do have some monthly scheduled events on Tuesdays, on a Tuesday and a Saturday. So check out our calendar on our website for those. But like I said, the best way is you can email us or message us direct. Say, hey, I'm involved in that, and we'll get you straight. Like I said, there is some preliminary steps involved that we'll get you to do. But like I said, it is free of charge. It's always free. Nothing. You never have to pay anything. But I'd be happy to go through it with anybody out there willing, who wants to consciously and intentionally change habits that are not working for them. I believe in this process, and it's further solidified for me personally with the Rock Warriors Way book from Arno Ilgner. If you're a rock climber, even if you're not a rock climber, you guys have probably heard me talk about this now. He wrote a great book called The Rock Warriors Way. And like I said, the parallels between our functional emotional fitness coaching and his thought process on how to evaluate rock climbing and routes and different things like that are just perfect for me. So I recommend them to anybody. Man, I did not think that this would take a full hour, but again, it did. So thank you to anybody out there. Yes, functional and emotional fitness. Hey, this has been cool. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope if you stuck around the whole time, if you got some yoga, if you got some stretching in, I hope you feel a little loose. Make sure you drink some water. Because your body, your endocrine system, your lymphatic system will just be, as Kelly Stark called it, your sewers will be full. So go drink some water and get those bad juju, get that out of there. Thanks again for everybody joining me. Again, this will be up on Facebook. We're going to upload this to YouTube, and look for this Leader Chats to be moving to a podcast form very soon. And we are looking for veterans in the podcasting industry that want to get involved with GallantFew and our podcast form. There's a lot of voices out there that want to be heard, and we want to help you with that. So reach out to us for that as well. And again, thank you everybody for joining me today on a beautiful Wednesday here in North Carolina and wherever you are. And I will end, as always, remember to be brave, be bold, be gallant. And if you're not where you want to be, I hope you make the best of where you are. Namaste.